Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got a banger of a game, or I hope it's... Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got Entwined, the visual novel. I'm not sure what it means by the visual novel. Maybe there's a novel, I didn't do my research. Summary is... Entwined is a visual novel horror game set in a hospital. A lockdown has occurred and there's no one, and no one can escape. Team up with either nurse or patient in order to escape the hospital. Make your choice for the path ahead. Made by Model Studio LLC. It was released 18th of December, like literally 2 weeks ago. No one has played this game or reviewed this game. I'm not sure if anyone's even bought it. Their first game, only $3.89. I love playing the indie games, so without further ado, let's jump right into this bitch, son. Start the nightmare. Let me turn it up a tad bit. Just so... hopefully that's good. Oh, how did I get here? What the fuck? I keep hearing people around me.
What's this one story?
Oh shit, we got voice acting? Hold up.
Possible hallucinations and violent outbursts.
We're keeping them strapped to the gurney as a safety precaution.
At least this one is strapped down. Leave him here. Another patient is causing a scene down the hall.
It went quiet again. After that, either felt like 5 minutes or an eternity of being unconscious. Someone entered the room messing with the straps around my arms.
I need your help. I don't know how, but it's here now. There's not much time left. It's coming.
I slipped back into unconsciousness. After a while, an alarm began to blare, and I finally woke awake. Fuck, that's bright. I was in a hospital room, no one around me, and there was an IV in my right arm. I pulled out the IV, and undid the loosened straps. I sat up from bed, rubbing my eyes while getting used to the bright lights. I am in a hospital room, an alarm is blaring, and I can hear people shouting beyond the door. Let me just double check. Okay, let's turn it down a tad. Just a little. Okay. I wonder if I should stay put, but I wonder if the stranger said they need my help. I walked to the room and grabbed the knob and twisted it. I tried brute force my way through the door, but it is locked good. I scanned through the room. The vent looks loose. I moved the bed near the venting on top of it. I unscrewed the bolts on the vent and took off the wall. I set the vent cover down and crawled through. As I was crawling through the vent, I see a light at the end of the shaft. I got closer and kicked out the vent into the main hospital hallway. I'm in the hallway now. The alarm is much louder and the lights are flashing. Doorknobs are rattling and I hear knocking coming from them. What? Damn, someone just got slaughtered. I walk down the hallway and I hear screams coming from the room in the front of me to my right. I then hear heavy footsteps coming out of the room. The door opened.
Where'd it go? I swear I had it this time.
Is bro naked?
It has to be in there. Yeah, it has to.
A man who appeared to be homeless and on drugs walked out of the room with a bloody syringe. I slowly walked back before I stopped. My arm was then grabbed and I was pulled into the room to my right. My mouth was covered and I was held against the wall. I was then let go. I turned around to see who pulled me into the room. Holy shit, bro is beat up bad. Oh my goodness. The man who pulled me into the locked ties strung and had blood-soaked bandages all over his
Keep
body.
your voice down. We don't want to draw his attention.
Why are we acting like this dude's a supernatural being? He's a fucking homeless dude, just bummed. He could be on Fent. Those Fent demons are different. The stranger walked to the door and cracked it open. He peeks into the hallway and sees the homeless man attempting to break into another patient's room. The stranger then closes the door and breathes a sigh of relief.
I'm glad you weren't hurt yet. The hospital's in a panic.
We'll be calm. What is happening? Do you know what that guy went nuts out there?
His rampage started just before the lockdown. I think he's hunting something.
The fuck?
From what I heard from the doctors, they said that he's going through some drug-induced psychosis, making him see things that are not there.
So he's a tweaker. Okay. So what do we do now? We can't just wait here forever. Nervously, the stranger takes another look outside of the door once more. I look through the door to see the homeless man, more bloody than before, break into another room, slowly making his way towards us one room at a time.
We'll make our way towards the front. You check the doors as we move forward, in case we need to duck into one. I'll keep an eye out in case he comes into the hallway.
Without any options, I nodded, showing that I am ready. I waited for the stranger's signal before we enter the hallway. Also, this is a hospital, not a psych ward. Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck am I doing in a psych ward? The stranger looked back at me, then nodded. We rushed out of the room. We both ran down the hallway hurriedly, checking the doors to see if any of them can open. The screams from the room suddenly stopped. Me and the stranger stopped and heard the homeless man walking out of the room he was just in. We both ran to the closest door, which was labeled janitor's closet. It luckily was unlocked like the other doors. We hurriedly ran in. We both shut the door quietly and took a moment to catch our breath. I can barely breathe and my heart feels like it's gonna explode. I then felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around and quietly expecting the homeless man behind me. Whoa! She's got a cross. A nurse was hiding in the closet too. She was shaken up and had a worried look on her face. An ID card is attached to the right of her arm, says Carla, that's a C, okay. Carla, and a cross necklace around her neck too.
I'm sorry if I had startled the two of you. Things got hectic and I went to hide when a patient started stabbing the doctor I was with.
You didn't swing on him? Carla recalled the events of what just happened, or what had happened, becoming more concerned the more she explained. As Carla explained herself, the stranger kept peeking out of the door to see where the homeless man was. Seeing the homeless man was not around, the stranger then turns to Carla.
Look, Carla, right? I'm sure what you experienced was horrific, but we're not safe here. We need to get out of this hospital.
Preach.
We can't leave. We need to wait till security deals with him and the director lifts the lockdown.
Huh. I don't know who to... I mean, if there's a lockdown, right?
Are you nuts? He's rapidly approaching, and if we don't leave, we'll be next. Besides, he's the least of our worries.
Okay, now he's tweaking, bro. He's actually Is he getting more bloody?
A homicidal man on narcotics isn't dangerous enough? What's next? An unknown disease is going through the hospital too?
Bro, they're both tweaking. What the fuck?
Look, it is not safe. If we don't leave now, it'll only get worse.
The lights went out and all three of us jumped when it happened. Screams can be heard outside the door. The one scream that stood most was from the homeless man.
You think taking my side is enough to stop me? I will fight you. I will!
As he screamed, his voice became more faint as it went into the opposite direction. The screaming sounded less manic, more painful.
Well, that's one less problem to deal with. We need to take this chance and get out of here.
In this darkness, we're liable to get hurt if we can't see what we're doing. Besides, the only thing that is off is the lights. The locks on the door are on a separate grid.
Fine. We'll pay the hospital director a visit and get the locks lifted.
Are you retarded? Do you think it's gonna be that fucking easy?
Can't we get the power back on first? The basement isn't far, and I know how to get to the breaker box.
You can do what you want. I'm getting these doors open. Come on.
No, come with me. I need someone to keep an eye out in case that man comes around while I'm fixing the breaker box.
How the fuck are we gonna open doors without lights? You know what I mean? I feel like we need to see. Huh. I am leaning towards her, low-key. Bro's already bruised up, bloodied. We gotta go with Carla. I'd rather the lights back on soon. It definitely will help us keep an eye out for that psycho. Amen.
Fine. You two do as you want. I'm getting out of here.
I go cry somewhere else. With with a small grumble, the stranger opens up the door, proceeds to walk into the darkness of the hallway. The soft footsteps of the stranger disappear as he makes his way deeper into the hospital in an attempt to find the director's office, leaving us, me and Carla.
If we're going to restore the power, we need to head to the basement. There's just one issue with that. The basement is in the direction that Psycho went.
We'll be optimistic. We ball. Well, at least it sounded like he left the area, so as long as we're careful, maybe we'll avoid him.
Yeah, it's not that far away. We just have to keep an eye out and listen for him.
Carla approaches the door of the closet, turns the handle, taking a small peek before beckoning for me to start following her into the hallway. No knocking on the doors, no screams for help, only the sound of our footsteps moving down the hallway. Carla opens the door and we walk in. We are now in a hallway to the basement. As we walked to the basement door, we stepped into a puddle. There's probably a leak around here since it was raining outside.
Okay, the breaker box should be down there. Will you come downstairs with me?
We might have to use her as bait. Is it more safe if we stick together?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'll only take a few minutes.
Exactly. Me and Carla made our way down dark stairwell into the basement. It was dark upstairs, but this is on another level. We can barely see 2 feet in front of us. Despite the darkness, Carla was walking through the darkness quite casually. I think I can make out the breaker box on our left.
The lights shouldn't take me long. It's much easier than you think.
Bro, we're about to turn on the fucking line. The dude's about to be like right there if his fucking syringe on. Be like, hey, yo, what's going on, boys? Carla approached the breaker. He's about to be there. A soft clicking could be heard as Carla begins to tinker with the box. However, another sound could be heard. I told you. A soft... Alright, bro. Is this a fucking hospital or fucking a hex to the fucking demon realm? A soft, almost snarl came approaching us. The box started off low, almost inaudible, but gets closer, builds up, almost becoming louder with the clicking of the switches. Oh, the basement became engulfed in light, revealing the environment around. The sound of the snarling is gone. The stillness of the air is unsettling.
There. That fixes our light issue. Though the doors won't open till we have a word with the director.
Fuck the director. Carla approaches me and notices that I was sweating and nervously looking around us. The sound from before clearly having an effect on me. Carla noticed how pale my face has gotten.
Are you doing all right? You don't look too good.
Lie about the noise. Wait, she didn't hear the noise. Are we tweaking? We'll be honest. While you were working on the box, I heard something. It almost sounded like a kind of an animal.
Hey, it's all right. We're in a stressful situation. The stress is just getting to you. Oh, let's meet up with that patient from earlier. He might be at the director's office by now.
Alright, just sidestep my concerns. Alright. We are not in a democracy. Carla begins to lead the way back. As she does, the surroundings much more clear. I noticed things that we missed on the way to the breaker box. There were scratches all over the walls of the basement. Some were so deep it looked like claws had been dug into the wall. The homeless man couldn't have made these scratches. He didn't have time to do... Yo, does she... There's 5 of them. Does she know about something that I don't? Carla was unfazed. Bro, she does. She cannot see the damage. Oh. She can't see it. Okay.
Honestly, I'm not too sure if we'll be able to talk to the director. He really hasn't been all there recently. He's been muttering to himself a lot about something. It's taken up most of his time. In fact, he barely leaves his office anymore. Still, he must be seeing what's happening if he started the lockdown.
Soon, Carla and I made our way back to the stairs. I heard their snarl again from behind us. I looked behind me. I gasp and jump back. I'm seeing things now, too.
Oh my god, what happened to him?
I turn from the door and look at the horrid sight. Laying with his back against the wall, the homeless man, his stomach was slashed open. His entrails were strewn across the floor of the hallway. It was clear this wasn't a suicide. No shit, Sherlock. Carla got on her knees to examine the body of the homeless man. A look of anxiety and sadness mixed on her face. She looked at him.
I know what he did was bad, but he didn't deserve something terrible to happen to him.
See, how about we just leave him? You know what I'm saying? We're about to get clapped. A tear began to roll down her cheek. She looked at him. Carla attempts to wipe a tear away with her hand, turning away
When
from
he
him.
started his spree, I was there. I watched as he began to start attack the doctor that was watching over him. I was scared. Frozen in place, I watched it all go down.
So you're the fuck up. Nervously, Carla grabbed her cross and gripped it tightly. A few more tears came as she rolled events in her mind. Something that was weighing heavy on her mind. She looked at the homeless man.
Before I knew it, I was running. I couldn't look back. I didn't want to see what he was doing. Am I a coward for not trying to help? For not at least taking a patient to safety with me as I ran?
Do we come for her or just not? I mean, ideally we want her to be in better shape, right? So we are gonna come for her. You're not a coward. You were in a tough situation and you did what you thought you needed to do. Alright, White Knight. Carla cracked some small smile at me. Eventually, she took a deep breath and got up, turning towards the hallway. Yo, as soon as I get the opportunity, this bitch is bait.
Thank you. I needed to hear that. We should head to the front. With him taken care of, maybe the director has lifted lockdown.
I doubt it. The director seems like a very I think homie's lost the plot, basically, more or less. So let's keep it pushing. The two of us took one last look at the homeless man, taking care not to step in the blood puddle this time. We moved forward, making our way towards the front of the hospital. We took the door on our right and entered the reception area. As Carla and I made our way to the front, screaming starts to get louder and much more clear. The voice was that of a woman. Given the anger and annoyance that was seeping from every word as she spoke, they were ready to fight someone. On one hand, she was gripping her purse, the other was firmly planted on a button attached to the desk. It's a grandma. A little sign next to the press for service, to which the older lady was repeatedly pressing on it. With each press, her face would grow to look increasingly more sour. With every press, she was pressing harder and faster. Clearly, she had no sense of patience.
Someone better come right now!
It looks like she needs some help. I'll meet you at the director's office. Just head upstairs and follow the signs.
Ooh. I then felt something cold pass through, akin to a cold wind. I looked behind me in the door, saw nothing. I looked back to the lady at the reception desk. What? Turning to look behind her, the old lady brought face to face with a strange creature. It was humanoid in nature, though its appearance was anything but. Low-key, that's a cool-ass design, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like a stick figure, like a branch creature. The creature limbs are thin and lanky, its mouth filled with jagged teeth. 5 sharp protrusions stuck out permanently. Is that how you say it? Permanently from its head, a strange covering wrapped at the top of its head, effectively making it blind. Despite the truly monstrous figure that stood in front of her, the older lady didn't even look fazed by it. In fact, she looking at the creature right in its covered eyes. Her face angry. Angriest it's looked. Immediately the lady stomped up to the creature, no room being left between them.
Finally! I've been here waiting for hours. Is this how you choose to run your hospital? What if I was dying?
Bro, she's about to get
What
slaughtered.
are you wearing? This isn't Halloween.
Damn, bro, I told you, one tap, bitch is dead. The creature is swiping its claws. Slices the lady head off the creature, then picks up the head and begins to eat part of the fucking. Bro's going to town. We both stared at the thing as it gleefully chewed on the now dead lady's face.
What is that thing?
The creature stops. Bitch, you better pray to Jesus. Bro, I think Slender. It slowly walked towards us, licking the blood off of its claws clean. We held our breaths as it approached.
I hear you.
Damn. After collecting the nerve to move, I grabbed a hold of Carla's arm, pulling her to the door to the stairwell. The creature lunges out, attacked with a blind swipe. We ran down the hallway in the reception as the creature chases us. Carla and I got to the stairwell. I slammed the door behind us. The thing collided with the door, screamed out of its lungs. What the hell is that thing?
We need to move now.
Try as you like. It will end the same.
A loud scraping sound could be heard as the creature began digging its claws into the door. The metal began to split. Damn! As its claws ripped through the door, the creature giggling as it ripped through the door. Its giggling getting much more loud as it steadily breaks through the door. Quietly rushing up the stairs, we find ourselves in the maternity ward. Unlike the previous floor, this one's in pristine condition. No blood, no damage to the walls or doors. A few patients and nurses were walking around the floor like nothing was out of the ordinary. The tranquility was short-lived. The creature can be heard coming up the stairs at a slow and steady pace. Me and Carla continue to run, stopping only when a patient gets in the way. Standing in front of Carl and the player was a small child, no older than 8 years old. They were holding a stuffed toy in one arm, keeping it close to their chest, sniffling a little bit as they rubbed their eyes. Bitches.
Kid, you have to run. Hide in your room.
Dude, just toss that fucker at the demon. The child didn't even speak a word. Instead, it ran to the monster. Wait, what? They ran to the monster Carla could grab before it grabbed them. The child didn't scream or cry. The fact that they started hugging the creature's leg tightly with a smile.
Mommy? I was told I wouldn't see you anymore.
What the fuck? Bro, he's about to just twist his fucking head off like a twister, bro. The kid continued to hug the creature tightly. The thing raised its hand up high, spreading its claws out. The creature only started to pat the little kid's head. Twist!
Go back to your room, sweetie. I am hunting monsters now.
What? Huh? The kid looks up at the monster with sad eyes. The thing smiles.
I promise I'll be back after I am done.
Go now. Bro, what? Carla and I shocked special face. She was expecting the monster to attack the child. Carla starts backing away slowly. The creature takes the child off of its leg. They didn't want to, but smelled as they started walking away. As soon as the creature snapped its head towards us, Carla feeling of dread over me. Quickly, I grabbed Carla by the wrist and hallway, attempting to flee from the creature. Me and Carla continued to run down the hallway, the creature following close behind us. After running down the hallway for a bit, me and Carla will be met with a branching path. Either we continue running down the hallway towards the set of double doors, or we can duck into the nursery. Duck and hide. In here, we'll be able to lose it there. Carla. Oh yeah, it likes kids or whatever. That sounds bad. Carla and I rushed into the nursery. The room was shrouded in darkness. A few cribs and babies. Holy shit. Here, coos and whispers filled the air as we hid around the cribs. However, the creature entered the rooms and slowed down. A soft humming is heard as the creature lets itself into the room, softly stepping around. It kept barely missing the cribs, almost like it knew they were there.
There's no use. Hide as you like. I will find you.
Carla and I crawled around the cribs as the creature stalks around the room. Right as we were about to leave, we heard the creature laugh. The creature was standing beside one of the cribs and starting to reach into it. Oh shit. Hanging upside down, the baby will begin to cry and scream. Grabbing the attention of Carla, the creature proceeds to bring the baby into the air, holding it above the creature's head, opening its maw. Aw, that's...
Get away from them!
You dumb bitch. Dude, the creature, I don't think the fucking thing was gonna eat the kid. He knew this bitch would act up. Hearing Carla, the creature snaps its head towards us. A crackle filled the air. The creature places the baby back into its crib gently. I fucking knew it, bro!
There you are.
Rushing out of the nursery, the creature gives chase to us, bringing them back to the hallway, much closer to double doors, though. We rushed down the corridor towards the double doors. As we ran, the creature got closer and closer, dragging its claws against the wall. The scratching gets louder and louder and closer and closer.
We're almost there. Come on.
We pushed through the doors into a long hallway. Carla and I ran and still could hear the creature behind us. We passed through the door, shut it. Carla then pulled her key and locked it. Once the creature reaches the door, it attempts to enter. When the door doesn't give way, a loud thud could be heard. The creature slammed its head against the door to try and break it, but after a few attempts it stopped. A chilling silence fills the air before sickening laughter begins to bellow from beyond the door.
What is it doing?
The creature... What the fuck? The creature begins to rip the covering on its face, followed by a disturbing sound of flesh being ripped and tossed to the ground. Ew. Holy shit. Its bloodshot eyes dart to the window to look at me. I almost as if I was staring into my soul. As the creature looked at us, a sinister grin came across its face, showing off all of its jagged teeth. The creature places its hand on the window, not to try and break it, but as if to taunt us. The thing knows it could break it right then and there.
The time draws near. I will be there.
The creature slowly removes its claw off of the glass. The giggling filled the air before getting softer, eventually disappearing, leaving me and Carla alone, too stunned to even speak. Carla turns to me and breaks the silence.
Hopefully that stranger made it out of here.
Oh no, they're fucking dead. Holy shit. We both turned to look down the hallway to see there's disorderly chaos. That was the old wing. The walls are filled with cracks and breaks. Panels in the ceiling were broken or missing. Various types of medical equipment littered on the ground around. There was a trail of blood leading around the corner. It is still. No sounds, no people, no one.
Some of these doors are still in lockdown. We just need to find a way to unlock them.
Easier said than done. We turned to the corner, see blood leads into an open door. Carla went into the door to the left to try and open it, but it was locked. Carla and I exchanged worried glances towards each other. There is a body behind the desk. It looks like a brutal struggle occurred. Did the creature do this? We get closer. Ooh, it's a key. Oh, it was the stranger. Okay, good thing we didn't go with him. The stranger's whole body was clawed all over, his eyes clawed out. There was a key. I hesitantly took it with me. Carla spoke her shaky and distressed.
Oh no. We should have convinced him to come with us.
Oh, it's okay, we're almost out of here. Are we, though? I feel like we're about to get clapped. Carla nodded to go back into the hallway. With the key in hand, we try to open the door on the left. Click! Oh shit. The key worked and we entered. Unlike the rest of the wing, the small office looked relatively clean, almost brand new. It was rather plain, with the only decor being a cross hanging behind the desk. that and the security camera hanging from the corner. Carla walked up to the desk and inspected the computer, which revealed that it's power and on and unlocked.
Looks like the computers we have at the nursing station. I'm sure I can unlock the doors from here.
Why would you want to unlock the doors? That's the question of the century. Carla began, find anything to help. That's when labeled research Entwined. Carla clicked on it, and recording starts playing. Day 5, patient 2148 is being released today. During the last question, she mentioned wanted to thank her speedy recovery to an angel watching over her. Patient 2148 has been noted to see it since arriving. However, when pointing out said angel, all that could we see was a dark corner in the room. Side note, install better lighting in the patient's room. It was unusually dark.
So, we're not the only ones seeing this thing.
Carla closed down the research log and continued to search through the computer until she found the digital lock. Click. We heard her faint click, signaling to the end of the lockdown.
Looks like that worked.
I don't think that's the play. Carla and I walked into the hallway ready to get out of here. We deserve to fucking die. We turn around. The creature is here. Oh, and the fucker can see now. Alright, bro. Carla and I turned and ran down. We're fucking dead. Ran down the hallway. The monster is more organized and is reveling in our torment. We finally got out of the abandoned wing into a new area. Carl and I ran to the door on the right, adorned with a cross. Thankfully, it was unlocked and we entered. The monster started punching the door, yelling threats at us. What is it? Save me. Why me, monster? Eyebrows tweaking. Carl and I looked behind us and saw the doctor's office. It was trash and disorganized, with markings on the wall rambling of a madman. The only thing that seemed to be clean was a set of 3 crosses behind the desk. An old man standing behind us. An old man standing behind a desk with his hand staring at us with malice.
Do you know what you've done? What you have ruined?
Alright, shut the fuck up, bro.
Dr. Truitt? Why would you lock us in? Don't you see what's happening?
Let's question him. Did you know that, what's been after us? At the mention of the creature, the director narrowed his eyes, his bloodshot eyes a bit, almost like he was offended by the question. What? Damn. The director aimed the gun at the prayer, pulling the trigger, however the shot missed, landing right into the door.
The entity has shown me everything, revealing the truth to me, the purpose of our life, our destiny, how it all ends.
The doctor leaves his desk and gets closer to us, readying his next shot as he points the gun at me.
Ruining everything that was revealed to me. You were supposed to die in the darkness. The entity was supposed to show you salvation. Do you not want to be saved?
Alright. Carla begins to shed a few tears as the director spoke, clenching her cross and shaking. Am I about to get backdoored?
Why are you doing this? This so-called entity is nothing more than just a devil.
Preach, sister.
Devil. Yet another one unable to comprehend what the entity truly is. It's beyond mere comprehension. It's beyond anything anyone has ever seen before.
Instantly, Carla's royal face turned sour, tightening the grip on her cross. Carla was about to speak, but then the door blasted open, knocking both me and her to the ground. The doctor was still standing, staring at the thing that just entered the room. The monster started laughing. The creature's cold laugh rings through the room, sending a chill down my spine. Huh? Sending a chill down the my spine. Okay, that's a spelling error. I can't critique. The doctor, on the other hand, was trembling in fear as he turned to face the creature.
Please, I just need more time. Things were going back to how you revealed it to me.
What the fuck? Damn! Across his chest silenced him before he could continue begging. The doctor fell before clutching his chest. The creature turned to me and grinned. The creature then picked up the doctor and towards as he was convulsing and coughing up blood. Slime him. The creature grabbed the doctor's arm and brought it into the director's shoulder. Holy shit. Bro, he fucking Megatron just... You remember fucking Transformers 1 where fucking Megatron just pulls apart Sentinel? That's crazy. I felt vomit in the back of my throat. Carla started praying, holding onto the cross necklace so hard her hand began to bleed. The creature tossed the body into the ground. I'm switching up on my day ones. Slowly the creature began to approach Carla, looking down at her with its blank stare. The thing grabs Carla by the throat and lifts her up from the floor. A scream comes from Carla's face as she looks at the creature, its bloodshot eyes still clenching her cross. A huge, unsettling smile comes across the creature's face. Wait, grab the gun!
Your faith is for naught, insect.
Wait, we couldn't pay the voice actor to say locust? Why insect? Or is that purposefully? Carla turned to me and yelled.
Run! Get out of here!
With fear consuming me, I quickly rushed out of the door, attempting to run and escape from the office. I ran out of the room and turned the corner. I kept running, but heard heavy footsteps behind me. I quickly turned to the other corner. I can see the exit. I am almost there. We're gonna die. The loud footsteps got even closer. I felt a sharp pain on the side of my stomach. I hit the ground just before I reached the door. Before it opened with SWAT officers entered, yelling for someone to get on the ground to surrender. As the world turns to black, I heard the monster laugh filled the air. I woke up on the ground outside the hospital with nurses tending to me and other patients. Some police officers approached me and asked what happened. I do not know what to say to the officers. I just say that I was trying to escape and I was injured by the head doctor. The officers left, satisfied with my answer. I looked around trying to see if Carla was being tended to by the other nurses. I could not see her around. I felt a raindrop on my face as I looked up at the dark clouds. My tears began to flow as damn. A game by Matthew Schmidt. Story by Matthew something. Script by Danielle Rodriguez and Matthew Skimmett. I don't know. Trailers by Ramis Alvarez. Concept art, character design, and environments by Matthew. Lisa as Entwined, Mean Lady, and Sick Lady. Rachel. Wait, did he get us? Hold up. Rachel as Carla and Kid. Jacob as a stranger. Wait, did he get his whole fucking family to make this? That's cool. Matthew as the doctor and the homeless man. Skylar behind Nurse 1. Dakota Johnson, Nurse 2. Music by Jacob and Nicholas. Music sent by Night 10th Anniversary, Windwreck 10th Anniversary, and Reservation 2015. Sound effects provided by Pixabay. Special thanks to the free sound blank. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Made of the Godot game engine and the dialect add-on. Image editing provided by GMIP. Fonts provided by Defont. No AI was used in production of this game. Model Studio Production. And to you, thank you for playing. This game is fictional and is similar to events of Enemy. This game contains blood and gore. What an awesome fucking game. Hold up. I'm gonna put their fucking thing on the... Hold up. I'm gonna edit this. All right. Model Studio LLC Entwined the visual novel. This game was only what? Hold up. Yes, I got a shitload of shit in my wish list. Fuck off. $3.89 Canadian. That's Canadian, alright? I can't believe no one's fucking, this is crazy. Banger games right here. Shout out to the fucking people who made this game. It's cool I got his like whole fucking family on this. I've really enjoyed this game. Check it out, buy it for yourself, review it, do what you gotta do. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Peace.